Bankroot or Yustola?
That's who they said that they have leads on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you were asking as like a thing like do you want Bankroot or Yustola? And I'm like, that's kind of obvious. I'm like, that's not even. It's like I know for a fact for you, Roshan, that's not even a fucking question.
Yeah.
Which one's the only one that's a cat? Uh-huh.
We'll head to the Hall of Flame.
I didn't realize I could turn it. I didn't realize I could adjust the microphone on Twitch a little bit. Actually, there's something I want to check.
Yeah, I tried to check Twitch before, but yeah, it was acting up for me. I can't have that running and the game at the same time.
Okay, yeah, nothing of relevance anymore. But now go to the Hall of Flames.
Yep.
Hey there, Pippin. You know what I say? Pippin ain't easy. Pippin definitely ain't easy. Definitely ain't easy to turn to a shish kebab, as much as Dexter likes to say otherwise. If I may be so bold, it's time for the dance party. Uncommon magic. Namely, flow.
Yeah. It's like the teleportation spells we use, except a lot more crude, basically.
I cast haste. Like, I have the power to merge two spell. I have the power to merge two spells. I merge fire and haste to create speed fire, which shoots a fireball fast at like 5 times speed. Or I combine poison with fire to create dark fire. Stares at Final Fantasy Crisis Core. Blackbush Station.
Yep, right, the teleport.
Teleportier.
I forget, we did Hildebrand, right?
Yeah.
We did Hildebrand a long time ago.
Yeah, I could have sworn we did. There is a Hildebrand quest for every expansion except for Shadowbringers, so we'll be doing those. Especially because they're connected to the relic weapons in Endwalker, which are very easy to get, so... no reason not to do them. It's literally just 6,000 tomestones for a weapon. And not like the hard tomestones to get, the poetic tomestones.
Yeah, I still haven't done all of the crystal paste grinding for the latest stage.
I already have all of the. I literally have all the weapons max level right now. Because if you just get them so quickly when you just do your daily relents.
Yeah, that's the problem. I haven't been doing those. I've basically just whenever I've been logging on, it's been to do stuff with friends, like
I
specific
see.
things, like a static or a blue mage group. And after that, it's like, got
I need
other
to
stuff
do.
to do.
I need to get a group going to get the blue mage spells.
So something funny happened. I joined a blue mage group that had lost a member, and so I subbed in because I'd been wanting to do them at some point. And they like helped me power level to max, and I got some of the spells. And then we started running through all of the dungeons, and
Mhm.
right when we had like only 2 or 3 left total, they asked me how full is my blue mage log. And so I had a look, and I hadn't unlocked it yet on the alt I was using. So I had gone through
Ew.
every single dungeon without it counting.
Oops.
Needless to say, it'll be kind of difficult to fix that.
Yeah, gotta run through them all again.
Take the teleport once you're done, View.
They're more akin to a raging torrent. You're along with Mr. Maelstrom. If they're form of one soul, should it be scattered? Yeah, take a dive in a rushing river, and then you get fucked. What's a stone in a rushing river? The river just courses around. We are pebbles, Razio, and have even less hope of changing the time stream.
Take the teleport, not the bottom right.
Oh, by the way, Tourmaline, have you heard about the new Legacy of Kain game that came out?
Yeah, the side-scrolling one. It was made by some guys who did a really good one recently. Can't remember what.
Yeah, I'm hearing not so nice things about it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Ranging from meh to completely fucks Legacy of Kain.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, mostly negative on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Tourmaline.
Yeah.
I was doing Savage for the last Arcadian raid, and for this was a couple weeks ago, but I just never mentioned it. I was thinking about it, and a potion saved me for the first time I think I've ever used a
Nice.
potion in a Savage raid. It was just one of the potions you get from doing Pilgrim's Traverse, like just one of the basic potions. And it literally, I would have died if I hadn't used the potion. Because the healer, I think one of the healers died or something like that. Oh, and I also finally got the Black Mage weapon for it, so I will be doing the next ultimate. At least trying. What are you doing, Zero?
I was looking at the regular tomestones.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, those are the ones they're doing. If you just do like roulettes and some specific dungeons, you get the irregular tomestones to unlock these, and that'll be
Well,
running
it's going to be a
until the next
little
big
harder
patch.
for him. It's going to be a little
Yeah.
harder for him because a lot of them are level 70 and 80 stuff.
All the
Like
Alexander stuff isn't up to yet.
Yeah.
But just by
I mean, we
doing
can do.
MSQ roulette.
Yeah. I mean, we can do the Alexander stuff fairly soon. We're almost done with base Heavenwood story.
Yeah.
I really, really kind of wanted to at least do a couple attempts on Living Liquid, just for fun. Savage.
Try and run up mine.
What?
Try and run up mine.
I don't think we're gonna have the people for that. Is the
Yeah, yeah.
problem. So it'd be on Sings, but I just want to try it. just for the fun of it. I doubt we'll clear it because it's infamous for a reason, but
Oh, yes, Tourmaline, you were with us when all the cat stuff happened.
are you talking about the Palico thing?
No, from Zets last week.
Oh,
Yep.
I just want to do the infinite because, like, the problem with doing it on my just solo is that you either just obliterate it nowadays, or if you try to do it synced, you just die because it's not you. What happens? You get to Digititis, you get the big damage, you get the big bone, and then you just die.
Did you just say Digitalis?
Digititis.
Digititis?
It's just one of the attacks in the fight.
You mean to tell me that frickin' Titus has become a digital entity now?
No, it's like digit, like finger digit.
Titus is a finger now? Give it the middle finger if I so desire. It's time to try and save the kitty from the raging river.
Yes.
In
Kitty
requesting
saving.
the elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and elemental.
That being...
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The elementals' voices
Ever to deal with the
stir not
fuck-ass
air,
elementals,
and
unfortunately.
thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person!
Okay, Tater Tot, what you got?
Has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Y'shtola has a lot of sisters.
Oh, that is
And I think
most
we meet a
fortunate
ton of them.
indeed. Pray, seek
Oh,
this
is your
sister out then,
you mean that
and
there's an
bring her to
entire
Evershade.
freaking thing of basically Nurse Joys and
There,
freaking Officer
we shall
Jenny's?
petition
But
the
they're
No, they
all
look different
Y'shtola.
from her.
in finding your
But
They
they're
look
all
different
just-
from her, but they're all her sister.
It's just a big family.
Eh.
And we need
You meet
a
one of
decent
them.
amount of them.
Yeah, one of them is one of the main summoner role quest
Yeah.
characters.
Who we're gonna meet right now, actually, is the summoner person. Kit is already very well acquainted with them because he did the summoner quests.
Yeah, so that he can summon Skittles at will.
But there's also who else? Well, there's the Merchant's Tale one who we just met. There's the one in Cosmic that's like the foreign member. Who else? I feel like we've met more than that. No, wait. I don't know. I'm actually gonna look it up because I'm curious. Oh, it's Jime from the fucking Final Fantasy 15 crossover. I forgot about her.
Oh, well, you know, I'm heading to the amphitheater. It's the closest one.
Yep. And then yeah, just go.
I'm guessing the amphitheater is where the Easter event's
The
taking
event,
place.
yeah.
Yeah. If we have time, I just don't want to do it right now.
Yeah,
Because
fair enough.
What's going on?
Talking about whether we should do the Easter event itself.
I just didn't think it was that like notable.
It's got
I
a
don't-
reasonably fun minigame that you can grind for a high score, but the items you get are just glasses, and since you wear the
Yeah.
Chocobo head, they're kind of useless for you.
Yeah, there's not
Yeah.
really much of a point.
You don't get an emote or anything, if I'm remembering.
Nah.
Which is usually the reason I care about the seasonal events. Just have a stupid emote to spam at people. It's so funny with the Easter egg going around though.
Yeah.
This cutscene. Serious moment, but there's a fucking zillion Easter eggs.
Easter eggs and the giant fucking Peeps Chocobo head that I have.
Yeah. I guess all cutscenes are already kind of funny with because of that.
I have a question. Have any of you eaten any Peeps before?
Yes.
Each. Yeah.
Which ones were your favorite?
I don't know.
Not a
Marshmallow.
fan.
Marshmallow Peeps.
Oh, peeps. I thought you said peaches, like the fruit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't eat them very often because
Let us begin.
I don't even really remember what the difference of them tastes like.
Raya O, Arun, if you would.
I could probably find them at Target if I went down.
You're basically eating a marshmallow with a coating on it.
Yeah.
And not even a good marshmallow.
Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Whee!
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
I desire to tug your tail relentlessly.
Do not touch the kitty tail. You will be bitten.
There. Now!
Convenient, convenient light to hide to keep it.
Convenient light censorship. Light censorship. Not gonna lie, I wish I had light censorship when I played freaking Mega Man Legends 2. I had to move my character model around to block the naked little girl that was on screen.
Oh dear.
By the way, I still despise that trope. Oh, it's a little it's a little girl, but looks like a little girl, but they're actually like 10,000 years, so it's okay to give them weird, scantily clad outfits. And I'm like, fuck you! No, it's not.
It's one of those Japan things, unfortunately.
Yeah. To be fair, people say the same things about freaking Lalafell, too.
A room has been readied at the roost. Pray,
Yeah,
bear
I mean,
her
there's-
thither at once.
If it's human looking and it's young and they do the scantily clad thing, it's gross.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's a reason that Lalafell NSFW is usually banned in a lot in most like 14 areas.
That's good. Happy they have standards.
All that remains is to pray, my friends.
I am magician Bullcut. By Bullcut, they gave me one of those Tupperware containers, but it covered my eyes, so now I can't see shit. New Grid Ania. Here we go, Tater Tot.
Are you alright?
I talked to Tataru and nothing's happening.
Try again.
I can't. I'm locked in.
Uh-oh.
I have never seen this bug before. Interesting. 14 is usually a pretty polished game.
I think
I've
I
never seen
talked to
this before.
Tataru before everything was loaded. So I think it's waiting for everything to load first.
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I have had a slight delay before being
There
able
we
to,
go.
yeah, like
oh, there
that.
we go.
Never that long, and it's usually just when like connection problems going
Okay, so
on.
it was a PS4 moment, not a 14. Anything.
Well, to be fair, it is a 14 moment. It's just that everything... It's probably what would happen if I talked to Tataru and there would be a delay. It just... The loading part is loading part is a PS4 issue.
Yeah. Alright, so go back to the Aetheryte and just go to the 2 guilds.
So, yeah, I see it. You have leather workers and Asumiyan at Conqueror's Guild. No, Conjurer's Guild.
Oh,
There's a fucking... Gridania has a Conqueror's Guild. They're just like, they just conquer... They talk about conquering the world, but because of all the bullshit surrounding it, they don't actually get to do anything.
oh, I heard Conquer, like, you know.
Conker's Bad Fur Day?
No, like COCK.
Ah,
I don't even know what that means.
There's Cocker, CH, I think it's like CAULKER, which
Yep.
is the thing that you shove into corners of your bathtub to prevent water from seeping in when you take a showers and baths. I shouldn't have jumped down. Leather Workers Guild. Java! And Isumiyan.
Yep, at the Conjurers Guild. Back where we were earlier.
It would help if this place had, you know, more aetheryte.
Yeah. Could be worse. It could be like FF11, which only has like 3 per zone in a city. Literally.
11 still have prohibitively high aetheryte transport fees.
No, not at all. It's like 200 gil. And it doesn't cost anything if you're going in a city. But this is only after you do the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel class. It's like 1,000 gil if you... But it's not like
Yep.
that much. It's about the same as much as 14 travel. Although it is a lot if you're a new player, so you will still have to just walk everywhere if you're new.
Yeah, I remember that was a big problem.
Yeah, they've modernized transport. There's also mounts now. Like this, they function basically the same as 14. You know, they're actually even better in 11 because you can't get aggro when you're on a mount.
Yeah.
At all. Like enemies will just ignore you.
Starline Canopy.
Which I have used many times. When I'm just not in the mood. Although in most zones where enemies are actually a threat, you can't use the mount, so it doesn't really matter in the first place, but, you know.
You should be talking to the guy over here, I think, to get to Isumiyan. Oh, was he?
I think you already did
I
it.
already talked to both of them.
Okay.
By the way, I ran into a lot of weird references in when I was playing the Great Ace Attorney 2. Have any of you ever heard of the Red-Headed League?
Yes, that's an old Sherlock Holmes story.
Yep.
Can't remember the details of it though. It's been a long time since I read all those.
Okay, because in the game, the Red-Headed League is somebody that basically said, a group of like two, I think, brothers or something. They basically just went, hey, we offer membership to the Red-Headed League. We offer this to all redheads. But we only can choose one, and they will get a 400-pound... They'll get I think like a monthly... No, I think it's a monthly fee of... They get a monthly dollar amount of £4.
Right, it was some kind of, scam thing. Like a pyramid scheme. Like an early version.
Mm-hmm. Funnily enough, that's exactly what happened to the Great Ace Attorney. But it ended up being connected to another case that was happening at the same time.
Kitty
Right.
Stola! I'm so glad you're back!
You know, didn't notice anything different about her, by the way.
Tataru.
It has been a while since I've seen her.
That's true.
Is she blind?
Perhaps.
Yeah, she used to have
You
bright
are
green eyes.
safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino.
You'll learn exactly you'll learn what happened to
I
her
seem to
as we
sense
go
the ether around
along
me more
this.
keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others, where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alpha No. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alpha No I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
Mesomero. Mesomero. Mesomero.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we were in Ishgard, you see.
No, he's still a changing scene for you.
That's fair.
Yeah. This isn't that type of game. The ominous chocobo mask.
It would have been funny if her
Tataru
eyes
has
were
apprised
just
me of
bright
all that took
green, like
place
she
in the
was
aftermath of the
like you
assassination
stole and
plot.
became a member soldier.
It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
I want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier.
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Alagarn barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
There's a familiar name.
I don't know, Zero. Do you know where that name's from?
No.
That's from
FF1.
Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, all the way back.
Give it a second. This actually bugged for me for a couple seconds too, so just give it a second. It'll end in a moment. It'll give you the quest complete in a moment. I don't know why these quests
there
are
might be-
bugging so much.
Must be server load.
Yeah, because it's
Apparently there's
Easter.
been AWS outages all over the place.
Oh, there we go.
I want to shine y'all.
Alright, accept the teleport once you're done with this cutscene.
that means the Easter egg is cut. It's canceled. Oh no. Quest accepted. Chocobo mask.
Take the teleport once you're done.
I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom, but I'm gonna. I'll move to where I need to go.
Yep.
Okay. Get pointed at. I'm gonna teleport to the next location. All zeros in the cutscene. Oh, he's still clicking. He must have brought his controller.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for the.
I'm really sorry. I'll be right back real quick.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to go next door real quick.
No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, I got pulled next door for family Easter things.
Do you need to go, or do you have an hour still?
I still have an hour.
Okay,
I was able to snag some strawberry cake.
nice.
Sorry that I left like that.
Okay.
Like I
Happens,
said
especially if-
before, family Easter things is gonna happen.
Yeah. All right, fly all the way to the west.
To the west, to the west.
We're heading to the final of the Dravanian zones.
Well,
I say
whisk.
Dravan. So just head all the way to the west to the next zone.
Wild West, Jim West, Desperado.
This is probably my favorite Heavensward zone. I don't know. It's both either the Dravanian hinterlands or Forelands are my favorite zones in Heavensward. It's hard to choose.
Yeah.
By the way, have either of you ever seen the movie Wild Wild West?
No.
Yep.
Unfortunately for me, if the question is, have you seen a movie? The answer is probably no.
Oh.
I'm not a movie watcher.
But Roshan, you missed the giant mechanical spider.
Zero, have you
fine
seen
without seeing that.
Kevin Smith talking about the producer for that?
Oh, what was the producer talking about that?
Kevin Smith was talking about how he had been brought on to work on a treatment for a Superman movie, and the producer for it had been saying a lot of really stupid things, like Lex Luthor should go to the Fortress of Solitude, and it's boring there, so he should fight Superman's guards. And one of the things he was insisting on is that at the end of the movie, Superman should fight a giant spider, because spiders are proportionately the strongest creatures for their size. And he kept going on with all these spider facts and insisting that there needs to be a giant spider. Superman needs to fight a giant spider. And that movie fell apart, never happened, and then a few years later, that guy was the lead producer on Wild Wild West. And wouldn't you know, there's a giant fucking mechanical spider.
The Dravanian hinterlands, and
Oh,
so
really?
provided
Like
for a
giant
settlement of
spiders, huh?
learned souls from across the northern seas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found
To
him.
the city of Sharlayan,
Hit's mortal
that
enemy.
great seat of knowledge, now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
I love the fucking Asuna Volm. Imagine if Volm stacks were Asunable in extremes. You could just screw up as much as you want. Well, not as much as you want. There's some body check mechanic, but
And
Or-
every
or
Asuna is GCD, the healer loses.
yeah.
I've had arguments with DPSs about bad breath kind of effects when it's all like poison and paralyzed and stuff, and they're like, why aren't you just cleansing it? And it's like, you could have avoided it. I'm losing so many attacks.
I think the problem is that in the process, it takes so much time to assume it that you might as well not even try it in the first place. Because Asuna only cleanses one attack in this game.
Yeah, one at a time.
There's a ether current like over here. You see it?
I see it.
I'll go back to the ether current process since we're in a new zone. And it's like this for the rest of the game, really, because you have to get ether currents in every zone you go into, even in Dawn Trail.
Oh, naturally. I get the most dignified way to fly.
I used that one on Reaper for a bit when I went back with Reaper. I don't know why. Oh hey, it's a hunt mob. I've never actually done a Dawn Trail or Endwalker S rank. The only S rank I did was I just happened to stumble upon a Shadowbrinker's hunt train.
Yeah.
Like it was a completely just random. I just happened upon a Shadowbrinker's hunt train. I was like, "I'll come along." This is a long time ago, like probably mid Endwalker, not that long after I started playing.
Yeah,
I mean, it was soon
one
enough.
of the
Oh,
A
sorry.
ranks in Dawn Trail, and that was interesting to learn. So many people falling.
Yeah.
It was one of the tricky ones where it doesn't summon until they've done specific fates first.
Yeah.
So,
I just
yeah, a
realized
group
that's-
of mine were doing maps in the area when
Yeah, I
we
just
saw this
realized
other
that's
group
just-
going around.
That's just how FF11 works. You just do random shit to summon. Like,
Aetherite. Aether
Yeah.
current. Aether
Yeah.
current.
wait, where?
Right
Oh,
here.
south. Oh, there it is. You're right. I just realized that's basically just how stuff in FF11 works. You kill specific mobs to get the stuff to summon the next mob. How much of this game is just FF11? Just just modernized. I guess FF14 1.0 was panned for being a bad version of basically just FF11, but bad.
Yeah. FF11, if it had been designed around mobile stamina limits.
From what I've heard, the problem was just that there was like no content, and I mean, I think the TP was fine. I think it behaved. The TP behaved like FF11, kind of. I think, if I remember correctly. I know it went. I've seen some videos of it. I know it went up to 3,000.
Yeah,
I think the only
wasn't
difference.
Bad, it's just it became too much to keep track of while you're doing stuff, and
It's just that
hamstrung certain classes.
Yeah.
That would be focused more on magic or physical.
I think it's just that 14 boss design is so different from 11 that a lot of 11 systems that were great in 11 just don't work great in how 14 designs its fights.
It's the Shire.
Yeah,
the biggest problem with 1.0 is that questing gave you no experience. If you wanted to level, it would all be leave quest grinding.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the Shire.
Like
Listen to the freaking
weekly
bagpipes.
Experience cap.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Is that it wasn't interesting. It was very slow.
The mighty conch.
Also, I've heard the map design was really bad, like very cut and paste.
Yeah, some of it was
copy paste.
Unfortunate.
Which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of FF11 early zones can be pretty bland too, but at least it has the excuse of being from 2002.
Yeah, one of the other problems was with how big the zones were, because like Gridania and the entire Shroud was one zone.
Wow. Oh, it's the goblins. That's probably why it lagged so much, honestly.
That was a big part of it, yeah. Also
They
because
could probably get away with that nowadays, but
maybe. But what made it worse is that cutscenes were every proper cutscene was motion capped instead of using canned animations, and that data would have to be streamed to the player through the cutscene, and that would mean that areas like cities where you'd have a lot of players watching cutscenes at pretty much any time of day would end up just tanking the local bitrate because there was so much data going through. The instance would just be overloaded, and so there'd be a lot of laggy connections, and the cutscenes themselves would just be PowerPoint presentations.
I
Goblins.
see.
Goblins
Yeah.
are like, you guys left. It's our land now.
Honestly, 14 might have the best goblins in like any fantasy media, and I'm not kidding. They're just much more varied than goblins are. Usually they're just dumb brutes.
Yeah.
In 14, they've like unlocked the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, in that way it's similar to WoW goblins, but goblins and gnomes in WoW are basically just reskins of each other, and these ones have more personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're they have better
unique.
personality, and sorry for saying this, not based on a story about this, Roshan, but not based on a stereotype. There's that Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
I know exactly what stereotype you're talking about.
There's that Harry Potter.
Before you do that, Dero, okay,
Too
you're already
late.
in it. I just
Sorry.
wanted you to get the Aetherite.
Yeah, what's funny is that a lot of people were willing to overlook the problematic nature of the goblins in Harry Potter until J.K. Rowling started going way off the rails involving trans people.
It wasn't just that, it was also the Hogwarts Legacy game, where it doubles down on all of that and goes even further, linking real-world events, saying, oh, it was actually wizards. There's references in the game's lore to the Fetmilk uprising in Frankfurt in 1600s, which was a pogrom. And it said, actually, that was the wizards kicking the goblins out, and it was justified because you know what they're like, they steal children. No one's ever seen them do it or anything, but everyone knows.
I've heard that. I heard that was a problem with Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, and what doesn't help is that if you go into the goblins area, you see them having a what's the name of the horn that you all
the shofar.
The shofar.
Yeah, they blow those as a war horn, and the in-game tooltip for them is that it annoys everyone who hears them.
Yeah. No, I remember when the game came out hearing about stuff like that. Very dog whistle-esque.
Well, it's not even a dog whistle. It might as well just be a fucking bullhorn.
Yeah, you literally help keep the goblins in ghettos.
This way. You.
Yeah, there's a couple other Aetherites around here as well, because this was
there
a
were
old
some
secondary hub for the expansion.
Yeah.
When you finished all the story, this would be where you'd come to do endgame craft grinding and stuff.
Yep. It's like Revenant's Toll, but for Heavensward.
Yeah.
Adamantine Jamhadars.
Unfortunate how much unfortunate real life implications there can be in Harry Potter. That I did. You don't notice when you're a kid, but then when people point that out, you're like, oh yeah. That is a
Yeah,
little.
it depends how old you are when
little
you're reading it,
rough.
because, like, my brother was, like, 12, 13 when the middle of the series was coming out, and there was the whole dropped storyline of Hermione trying to free the slaves,
Yeah,
and everyone
that's what I
just
was kind
laughs
of
at her, and
thinking of.
even he was like, what the fuck is this?
It's kind of like Hermione is kind of right, though.
Yeah, very right, and everyone else is wrong.
Oh, about to say the problem is though is that a plot point wasn't dropped. The plot point wasn't dropped. It was used as comic relief. And
This looks
it
painful
illustrated,
on
and it was
console.
meant to illustrate Hermione being more of a hard ass.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like that, it was a realistic response from the other wizards, because like, of course they were going to respond like that. But I feel like Harry, in particular, should have been a little more
Yeah.
understanding of Hermione, considering his similar, outside perspective on it, and with his friendship with Dobby, he should have been more supportive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of one of those series that gets by with its cool factor, but it's not the type. It's a series that once you try to go too far in and really think about like everything it's implying, there's some sus stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you're not really thinking about it, it's great because it has some great scenes and some great characters, but
Yeah. Once you apply
and
even
a
scrap
great
media
aesthetic.
literacy, it all falls apart.
To be fair, the same is true for a lot of other like popular media, but I think the problem is for a lot of Harry Potter things that the implication is not just like kind of fluff; it's kind of there's some problematic things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I'm still I have very fond memories of the series.
Yeah.
So,
I've read those books a lot when I was in. I read those books a lot when I was in middle and high school.
yeah. It's just like what I said though. Once people point out the problems, you can't
Unsee them.
Yeah.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Did you get the
Tales
8th right?
of interest.
You got the 8th right over
Yes, I
there.
did.
Okay.
I'm going to get. Hey, Jack of all cards. The glow of your book made me confuse it with an aetheryte. Can you please not? Sorry.
What's going on? Wait, what's going on?
I got a new weapon, the Adamantite Yamadars.
Oops. Put it on.
Out of comparison.
It's higher item level, so it's going to be better. They start simplifying gear progression this time, where if something is a higher item level, it's like always better, pretty
Go
much.
to. Let's go to character.
Yep. And get the moogles back on. You have to cast glamour, so the equivalent of right clicking. Yeah. I think it's like a level 50 thing. There. Alright.
My Moogles are in place.
The quest.
An Illuminati incident. Oh dear. Talking about unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm talking about unfortunate things.
The Illuminati in this game is something very different.
Goblin Tech Bros.
Well, considering everything that's going on currently, let's see here. Search for Sophie's friend in the Maker's Court.
Yep, so we have to go out of the city.
Yeah. Oh good, you just summon a mech.
Yeah, it's the Ark from FF9.
Arc 1. Sigrais. Arc. Arc 1. Perfect conclusion. Oh. Zitzable. Mitsable. Perfect conclusion. Learning 10. Yeah, anytime I hear the word arc, I only really think of frickin' Kamen Rider 01. Because Kamen Rider 01 has a super AI named Arc that a tech bro decided, you know what I'm gonna do? In order to use it as a mainstay enemy of the robots that I hate.
Guess who just got home?
Hello.
Hello.
No.
God, I'm just in time to hear Zero talking about Kamen Rider 01 and Ark.
Cool.
The tech bro decided, you know what? I'm gonna feed this super AI all information about human malice.
Oh.
So it's an Ultron.
Yeah. Basically.
Hey, Zero.
Yeah.
How would you react if I told you that MASH has an HD remaster, but it's only viewable on Hulu, and it's cropped to 16:9?
Ugh.
I tell that to fuck off.
Yeah, me too.
I'll just stick with my DVD. I'll stick with my 2 DVD sets. One is a regular DVD set that has like individual sets for each season, and I also have the Martini and Medicine collection.
Nice.
The version you can buy now is just one big cheap-ass plastic case that breaks easily, that just has all the discs, like, stacked in it.
Ow! No.
Yeah. That's
Pet
the only
peeve.
copy you can easily buy nowadays.
Pet
That's the
peeve
copy that's been showing up in Walmart a whole bunch for the past decade.
Pet peeve activated. Pet peeve activated.
Yeah.
The cheese recipe is gobble birthright. Oh yeah, these are goblin tech bros.
Is guys are also a big part of the raid series for Heavenswood.
Yep.
Deal with some of the goblin tinkerers first.
Yeah.
Luckily, you've got Stoller healing.
Yeah, Justola just went, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna nuke the field, fuck it.
I mean, it's basically just the equivalent of a limit break, pretty much.
Illuminati is no match for the gobfists of self... break... Ugh. Frickin'... I want to rub their bulbous noses. I just want to go... I just want to take their bulbous nose and go squish. I got black chocobo. Tech bro, Mr. 1000% tech bro. Q%.
So I am looking up the current DVD set you can buy, and apparently it's a complete crapshoot which version of the because it's literally just repacking old copies of the discs that were left over from older production runs.
Oh no!
So you can get like a total mix of discs of disc art from different production runs.
And I'm guessing those discs are also of varying quality.
Because it's literally just literally when you buy it, you just get a random set of the different discs from the previous releases. Some people, I'm even seeing reviews where people got multiple copies of one season instead of all the seasons. With the different disc art. Because they fucked up when packing it. So it's just cheap crap, basically. The current set you can buy is just cheap crap.
That is such cancer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this has been pretty common with newer DVD sets of older TV shows. This is very common now.
You know what? You know what we need to do then?
What?
I need to set up... What I need to do is take the episodes that I have on the DVD that are actually of decent quality and put them all on a Blu-ray. Or ask...
Definitely like a Blu-ray release of MASH, because it is theoretically possible. They've already done the work to HD remaster the whole thing. They need to release a Blu-ray with all the episodes, a Blu-ray set with all the episodes in the original 4:3 aspect ratio, and then that would probably sell like hotcakes, I bet you.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know what we need to do?
What?
We need to call
we have time to
Discotheque. We need to call.
Do we have time to do this quest?
Let's see here.
I don't think 20th Century Fox would let them do it, but
Especially since Fox is Disney these days.
Yeah, 15 minutes. Can we do it in 15 minutes?
I think so.
What are we doing exactly?
I think it's just a cutscene quest. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, at least start the quest.
Uplanders have a bargain most high. Oh yeah. Again, I can't help staring at these goblins' noses and just want to squinch them. Squinch like the big old bulbous nose. So, yeah. Let me ask you, how would you feel, like, did you have similar feelings if you want to squish a Moogle's pom-pom? And I wonder if they try to bite you like they were a cat. Or something along those lines.
Yeah, a cat would definitely bite you if you touch their tail, so...
Gobwatch.
Yep.
Be careful while we clear away barricade. Isn't those like ancient ruins and all that stuff? Yeah.
Honestly, I'm now just looking up eBay listings for the Martinis and Medicine collection.
Like,
it isn't really ancient ruins, it's only from like 100 years earlier, and it was just a failed outpost by the guys, the Sharlians, like the big university city where the Scions are from.
Yeah. Nico Robin would still break your neck for destroying history. Would still, like, spank the goblins on their noses with slap. I saw Nico Robin freaking take this big dude who was destroying a bunch of ruins and used her hands to basically roll him into a ball and throw them off of the Sky Island. I like threw him off the Sky Island into an abyss.
Oh wait, I forgot to talk to Stola.
You forgot to talk to Stola?
Oops.
I found
it
a
doesn't pick
sealed...
me up.
Hey, Zero, I found a sealed copy of the Martinis and Medicine collection for $140.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sadly, mine's a used open copy, so... But I got from...
I mean, it does look like a lot of already opened copies are going for about 40.
I'm trying to remember how much I got mine. I think I got mine for like 20. But the thing I'm looking for is a, I think I might just try to get a Blu-ray copy of the original MASH movie.
Yeah,
Because
there's a Blu-ray of the movie.
Because that MASH movie, I don't want to pull it. I don't want to pull it in and out of the Martini and Medicine collection, because second only to having the discs stack on top of each other, they're all in cloth sleeves.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Martini's and Medicine collection photographs right now, and I am not at all happy that they are in cardboard sleeves. That is just asking for those to get scratched.
Yeah. That's
Good
why.
lord.
That's why I prefer just to use the DVDs from my cases that I bought like 5 or 10 years ago.
Wow, that is literally the only reason to buy this is for the 2 bonus features discs.
Yeah.
That never got reprinted anywhere. Literally the only 2 things that are still unique to this. Damn, that is some shitty ass packaging right here.
Yeah. I'm happy I have the Martini and Medicine collection. I'll likely never use any of the discs inside it, though. It's just because I'm a MASH nerd.
I mean, you can see what's on the bonus features discs at least. Sure, there's some cool stuff in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I am such a MASH nerd, I bought a TV guide of, like, the anniversary of MASH that happened a while ago.
The Aether account should be... Oh, it's right there.
Oh, it's like I'm being attacked.
Wrong.
Okay,
This is the last one in the overworld. It'll probably be the last one we do today anyways. It'll probably be the last quest.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to suck the wind. Oh. Fuck you, frog mage. Oh, right.
At target moment. You should be able to kill the enemies that I have here. That's the quest. I think. Count for both of us? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Montoya's Cave. Open up the cave and Thomas the Tank Engine just rides out towards you like, oh shit!
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Yep.
Though we neglected to knock,
Yay, the
we
music.
did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
Yep. It's very much a,
Credit where credit is due. I learned
you can
from
tell
the
it's
best.
definitely a Final Fantasy
It
One,
has been too
Final
long,
Fantasy
Master
One,
Montoya.
witch.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, That's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bucker, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
Oh. Okay.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
And you see the freaking broom sweeping on its own in the background there.
Yeah.
Something
Yep.
straight out of Fantasia.
I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it.
I think this is probably
As
where we should
familiar as
call
one
it
can
once
get
this
from
cutscene ends.
poring over musty old tomes. The Alagons set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talk.
I don't think we're going to be able to do another quest in 5 minutes.
The place is home to a research
Especially because I think the next one's pretty
dedicated
involved.
to finding ways
Yes,
of
yes it is.
mastering
Okay.
mighty beings.
Yeah, look at that.
Such primals,
Look at that broom sweeping in the background there.
dragons,
Yeah.
And find ways indeed to frighten
We'll
it.
have a dungeon to start with next time, because this is the next
Such
quest is a
secrets
dungeon.
lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see light of day. And now you
And we'll
tell
all
me
be at
a
level
band of
60
dragon
actually,
breeding
because
primal
of how it
gatherers
sinks.
are trying to dig them up?
That's why I wanted to do the job
Indeed.
quest now,
And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot.
because we'd
They must
actually
be stopped,
it
no
actually
matter the
matters
cost.
now.
I see.
It's a pretty fun dungeon too.
Very well.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones at
You
this
were
level
helpless then.
range.
Truly. I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence
think the
of
hard
young
version is
blood
better,
has
though.
stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that
I was really
presence
intimidated by
costumed your
like
tail,
calling
my
it
girl.
hard when I
Don't
first did the
say
hard
I didn't
version,
warn you.
and I actually did it, and I was like super. I was like just a normal
Yeah.
dungeon. I was like, oh, because I
Yeah,
thought it
early
would.
one is just like end of expansion Redux. It isn't like hard.
Yeah. I was like, I thought it would be like the equivalent of like variant advanced is for Merchant's Tale, where
Yeah.
it's like kind of extreme, like easy, like extreme difficulty, but without like the body checks. Like just a less
Okay,
punishing
so-
extreme, basically.
Okay, question. So if we talk to Matoya, it goes to the dungeon then?
It
Yeah,
doesn't go straight
so-
there.
Well, it doesn't go
You
straight
can
to the
talk
dungeon.
to her and she'll just like start the quest. It doesn't trigger anything big.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean
So,
you could. There's no reason to, but there's also no reason not to. So, yeah.
we still have 3 minutes, so we could probably we could probably get away with making it to the dungeon and then
50
call
years
it.
ago, shortly after Garlemald had brought all of Ilsabard under its rule. Faced with the threat of invasion, the people of Sharlayan scrambled about for a means to resist the Empire. For my part, I was tasked with developing an etheric converger.
Ah, yes, a device which draws in ether and concentrates it to produce a destructive force.
But as my research neared its end, it was denounced by the Forum, who claimed that my device was more likely to destroy us than our enemies. After that, they and I had a little falling out, and I decided to seal away all the fruits of my research, lest the dunder-headed ingrates reap any benefit. Ha! Petty, I know, but gods, it was satisfying.
She has an entire
Do my
galaxy
ears
under her
deceive?
hat.
'Twas you, was it not, who was so fond of saying that all knowledge exists to advance mankind?
Interesting.
But how it is used depends on us.
Not literally. It just looks like it's an entire
I don't remember.
galaxy underneath her hat.
Perhaps.
Incredibly
All right,
strange.
yes. It was a pet phrase of mine. And that should give you a notion of how sick and tired I was of those spineless wretches of the forum. All talk and no
Oh, by the
truth,
way,
as I thought. That's why I decided to remember
Roshan
home,
and
rather than
Brave.
join the Exodus.
I have something to show you both as soon
You
as
may
we're
have
done
had
here.
your disagreements with my grandfather,
Okay.
but upon that
Because
point, your minds
a
were as
certain
one.
game has updated.
Oh,
With respect,
Oh,
Master.
I know what
Okay.
you've been talking
The
about.
fruits of your research should not be left to spoil. Will you share with
And
us
yes,
the
it
secrets of the
introduces
etheric
more kitty.
converger?
Kitty?
Aye, I will. All the information
Is
you
this that
need
rhythm
is
game
contained
that's
in a
been
tiny
mentioned
That
elsewhere?
that rhythm game, yes.
But you'll have to fetch it from the forbidden section of the Great Library.
The forbidden section of the Great Library. We
Oh,
just
you
talked.
not
We were just
exaggerating
talking
when you
about
said
Harry
that you had
Potter.
sealed it away. Though the city is abandoned, the library's guardians are all but certain to remain. We must needs cut a path through them.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Come, let
We
us
were
away.
talking about Harry Potter a little bit ago.
Oh boy.
Not so fast. You don't expect it to just waltz on in now, do you?
Speak with the enchanted broom.
I would just. It's 8, so I'd just do this later. Oh, never mind. You already
Yeah,
clicked
let
on
me
it.
just finish this. Let me just finish. While this cutscene plays, I'll go ahead and set up a stream. Good, sir. I am Broomsy. The broom is talking. Oh dear.
Yeah, in FF1, they'd talk backwards and give you hints.
Okay, now we should finish because the next part of the quest takes us to the dungeon.
Okay, speak with Broomsy at the Great Google Library.
That's the dungeon. Don't leave. Don't leave just yet.
Yeah.
Let's accept this Aetheryte quest just before we go.
Which one?
The only
blue one.
quest in the room.
The Sararogo? Yeah.
Yep. And then I'll just log out here, and then we'll continue next time.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a raid. Yep.
Eee.
More. Hey, look, it's a frog wizard.
Yep.
Frog wizard.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and raid Rylyin because they are also playing Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay.
Okay. We got medicinal herbs and defeat the bugs that appeared. That is something we'll deal with next time.
Yep.
So to everyone, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. So.
Wait a minute.